Let's see if this can turn my thoughts around. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with episode 3 of Heartstopper. And this is going to kind of be a proving episode for me. If you've been on the channel for any length of time, you understand what I mean with this. And if you're new to the channel, let me explain. There's occasions where I watch a series that I'm just not getting into. For one reason or another, it's just not clicking with me, and this is one of those series. And so I kind of put it, I guess you could say, on notice, and I give it like one or two more chances. And it's like, okay, sometimes I'll give it by a certain episode. It's like, okay, by this episode, it has to impress me or I'm dropping it. Sometimes I'll say like, oh, well, we're just going to go episode by episode at this point and see where it leads us. And that's kind of what we're doing here. It's an episode by episode basis at this point, because the first two episodes, it's like, there's nothing bad about them, but they also are just not really doing anything for me. Like, I get the idea behind this series, and I like the representation so far, how it's showing like downsides to things, and but also the desire to truly be yourself and all of that. And there's a lot of good acting in here. I don't deny that. But it's not clicking with me. It's not grabbing me. It's not like winning me over. And it just gets to the point where, like, when I get around to this each week, like, I kind of wish I were watching something else. And again, I know this is only the third episode, but it's like the fact that it's giving me these thoughts this quickly, not usually a good sign. Now, mind you, I will admit that there have been times where I've dropped shows and ended up picking them back up, and they've gotten a lot better after I did. It just ends up like, oh, the show like really starts to hit its stride after that point. And that's why I usually try to give as much of a chance as I can before dropping it. That's why I'm honestly giving this a third episode. Otherwise, I probably would have dropped it last time. Because it's like, there's a lot of good here. I like how Nick, I want to say his name is like discovering his sexuality here. He's like really coming to realize that he's gay. Like, even at the end of the last episode, he Googles, it's like, how do I know if I'm gay, or whatever it was exactly. And it's just like, I like this kind of depiction of this, because a kid nowadays discovering that would Google that. Absolutely. Like, they would absolutely go onto Google and type it like, how do I know if I'm gay? It's like, and you know they would come up with BuzzFeed tests. You know it would. Take this BuzzFeed quiz to see if you're gay. Do you like the Beach Boys? I'm joking, if that's not clear. But yeah, it's like, that is absolutely realistic. And to be fair, like, when I came out as trans, like, this was after months of doing research and studying and stuff through Google. I was looking up people's stories and their, testimonials on their own thoughts regarding that. Plus, science and stuff. And while there's a lot of that I don't remember, because that was back in 2017 when I did that, I know that it had an impact on me, and it helped me really discover a lot of the feelings that I myself had been having pretty much my own life. My whole life. Not my own life. Pretty much my whole life. And that was what led me to talk to people at Youmacon, my friend Kieran and I can't remember her name right now, but his friend who has become my friend since. I can't think of her name right now, and it's bothering me. I hate it when that happens, when it's just like a name just escapes my head, because I'm really bad with that. But yeah, it's like I talked to them at YomaCon, and it helped me be able to come out that same month. And not going to go into all of that deal again here because I've talked about that a lot. But the point is, it's like I get a lot of what this show is saying and what it's showing, and just a lot of the representation behind it. And it's well done. But if a show isn't hooking me in, it's like I'm not going to want to keep watching. It doesn't matter if it's well done. If I'm not enjoying watching it, it's like, why would I continue to watch it? That's something I've never really understood, because this is kind of a thing that a lot of people, I feel, do. There's a lot of people out there who will just continue watching a show even if they don't enjoy it. They'll hate watch it, basically, just because they don't want to drop it. They want to finish it. Whether out of some desire to give it a fair chance and see if it improves, or sometimes because like they're critics and whatnot and feel like they can't properly talk about a show if they don't see the whole thing, which is not true, by the way. If you've seen enough of it to form a genuine opinion on it, you can talk about it. If you formed a genuine, informed opinion on it based on your experience, you can talk about it. At least based on what you've seen. And you just have to mention that. It's like, my thoughts here are based on what I've seen. But the point is, for whatever reason, a lot of people just force themselves to watch it. And there's some people who it's like, oh, I have to watch like everything that comes out because it's popular and stuff. And some reactors even will watch everything that's popular that comes out just because it gets them views, because people want to see reactors react to that stuff because it's popular and it's come out. It's like, oh, the new Star Wars series is out, let me watch that. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but I'm going to watch it because it gets me views. And it's like, it sucks that we have to, that a lot of reactors have to do that just to, get money and everything, because it's their jobs and all, but they end up like not liking a show, and it's like, sometimes it's very clear. And I'm just not one of those. Maybe it's because of the, I guess you could say, privilege I have of this not being my job. This not being like a full-time paid job for me. So because of that, I can pick and choose and everything. But honestly, I would probably do the same if I did have this channel monetized. Because it's just like, I just can't force myself to watch something that I don't enjoy. And so I'm getting at all of this because, like I said, I'm not enjoying this that much. There's some certain aspects of it that are really entertaining, but this episode at this point really needs to turn things around for me. It really needs to basically prove me wrong. And I hope it does. I want to make that clear. I don't want to drop this. I would really rather not. I go into every show I react to, every show I watch in general, hoping to love it. I want to love this. Not just like it, but love it. But if it's not doing anything for me, if it's not positive enough of an experience, it's like, why am I going to force myself to do that? Especially when I have so much on the back burner as it is. It's like, if I'm not enjoying something, I could be getting to something else that I've been putting off. It's like, does that just not seem like a fair idea there? I don't know. But I really do want to give this at least one more chance here. I really do. And I apologize to Sydney because this was your donation reward and all, but yeah, it's just like I said, I just really can't force myself to continue watching something if it's really that unenjoyable of an experience for me. And again, I want to make clear I don't hate this show. Like, there's nothing about it that is hateable. It's just not good enough to make me want to watch it. But again, hopefully this episode proves me wrong. And if it does, cool. I'm all for that. I want it to prove me wrong. But we shall see. We shall see. In the meantime, we are going to just get into this and hope for the absolute best. So, before we do, I do want to mention real quick that there is a lot of great content on this channel, no matter what. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, and on Mondays specifically, we have YouTube reactions, or at least YouTube adjacent. Shorts, specials, miniseries that just don't have a lot of episodes, or, surprise, surprise, actual YouTube videos. Basically anything that doesn't quite fit into a normal series or movie reaction goes in this slot. And speaking of movie reactions, outside of specialty weeks such as this week's Zatoichi week, if you're watching this on the week it came out, we normally have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I pre-record them during the week, but upload them on the weekend. It's just this week, we're doing a special Zatoichi week, Monday through Friday, 5 movies, 5 days, and so there's not going to be any movie reactions this weekend. It's just a specialty week, specialty thing we're doing in that regard. But yeah, normally it's every Saturday and Sunday. We also have a couple of Let's Plays currently going on the channel. We have Horizon Forbidden West every other day. Every other day, so that means today on Thursday, you'll have seen one pop up already by this point. There will be one on Saturday, on Monday, and so on and so forth. Every other day. We also are playing through Poppy Playtime, Chapter 1 at least, on Saturdays. And I say Chapter 1 because that's all that's released on PS5 so far. But I'm bad enough at puzzles to where I've gotten enough content recorded that it can be split up into a few different parts at least. Poppy Playtime is also a donation reward Let's Play for Venom. And if you want to know how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel search, and type in a single search, June Double Reward Month PS5. It should lead you to the correct video that'll tell you everything you need to know about how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. So, that all being said, let us get on with the reaction. And again, hope for the best. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction because yes, we do redirect all reactions on this channel. I understand you don't want to have to do all this extra work, click these extra links just to get to the reaction. You'd rather it be right here, safely nestled on this channel. Right in this video even. But because of copyright issues, because YouTube is shit with copyright, it's just not safe to put it here on YouTube. I could get channel strikes, I could get the channel terminated. And no one wants that. I've dealt with that shit before. I don't want to deal with it again. It's the worst. So because of that, just to keep the channel safe, we push all reactions off to another site. But this does mean that I get to give all of you, yes, every single one of you, the full unedited reaction completely free. That's right, no paywalls, you don't have to subscribe to any Patreon, and you don't even have to sync up your own copy. It's all just included right there in that single link in the description below. You click the link, takes you right to the video, everything is there. Again, you don't even have to sync up your own copy, and that's pretty awesome. Because not a lot of reaction channels here on YouTube can get away with doing that. Due to monetization, or copyright, or just other valid reasons, a lot of these channels aren't able to do that. And that's completely fair. But I do pride myself on being a channel that can do that for you. That can give you the full reaction completely free without even having to sync up your own copy. I think it's pretty cool, and I hope you do as well. And after you watch the reaction, you can come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will not only contain spoilers to the episode, but also just my general thoughts on it, general thoughts on the series, and in this case, of whether or not I'm continuing at this point. But also could include stuff about even the channel and stuff. It's always worth checking out just to be safe. So yeah, just stick around to the end if you can. And I guess if you want to. But all of that being said, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. And for now, I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, this was probably the best episode so far. I will say that. I like that it's not really playing with the entire will they, won't they idea, that trope. Instead, it's basically saying, like, oh yeah, this is kind of set in stone. They're, like, even by episode 3, already sharing their first kiss and everything. And it's made very clear what's going to happen here. But it still hasn't quite hooked me in. And it's like, I'm almost kind of dumbfounded by that because of, like, I acknowledge how good this episode was. And I acknowledge it's like there's a lot in this that I really loved. I mean, we technically had 2 gay kisses because we had the girls' kiss too. There is a lot about this that I really liked. I really liked how a lot of this was handled and everything. And the ending with him showing up there in the pouring rain and everything was kind of cute, kind of funny and everything. But it's like, I also really like Nick, like, really realizing and understanding his sexuality and everything here. The beginning with him doing all this research and all, which leads into him confronting the other guy later on about his homophobia. Just all this kind of stuff coming together in a very satisfying way. But for some reason, and I can't really place it, it's not, like, gripping me in the way that it should be. It's not making me, like, need to see more. Like, I finish off this reaction and I'm just like, okay. I'm not really that invested. And it's like this weird thing I can't really fully explain. And so, I think the best idea here is I think I may know what the issue could possibly be. And I think it's the entire reacting to one episode at a time each week. Mostly reacting to it once a week. Oh crap, what the hell? Super laggy there, super freezy. I apologize for that. Don't know why that happened. But I think it's mostly just reacting to one episode each week. And I'm not saying, like, oh, I need to react to 2 or 3 episodes at a time. No, that's very much not the issue. The issue is more like the time frame that I have to react to it. I wait a week, and I don't really have time to, like, record a bunch of them at a time and then just release them each week. With everything else I'm recording, everything else I do, and just wanting free time, you know, I don't really have the time to do that. So I think it would be better to watch this on my own time. I think it would be, Jesus, what the hell is with this lag? I apologize for whatever the fuck is going on here. I don't know, like, what the hell is going on. But, like, super heavy lag. Suddenly, at some points, it's just like, Jesus. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, I think this would be better watched on my own time. When I can control when I watch it and how much I watch and all of that jazz. I think that would be better for a series like this. Sorry if I look like I keep looking away. I'm looking at the OBS screen because it keeps lagging. It says encoding overload, but I don't know. I mean, I think I know what might be causing it, but we'll get to that. So I think I should watch this on my own time. I think it would be better watched just again at my own leisure, at the pacing and everything I want to do. If I want to do more than one episode at a time, if I want to watch it multiple days in a row, etc., etc. Um, I think that would just be better. Now that being said, that does mean we have to figure out something else for Thursdays. Because if we're going to be dropping this, we need a replacement show. And I wasn't quite sure if we were going to get to this. To put it simply, I was woefully unprepared. And so I'm deciding to take an actual idea from before. Specifically from what we did with first impressions reactions recently. We're going to do a wheel randomizer for this. Because, like I said, I was woefully unprepared and I haven't really decided what I would want to react to next. So I'm going to kind of leave it up to chance. Now, we have, let's see here. Let me try to count this while it's spinning. And this is, by the way, why I think it might be lagging a little bit because of this being up and all. This site, I don't know, might take up a little more CPU or something, or memory or whatever. There's 8 shows on here. There's 8 shows, and I tried to get them from all different donators. That way to keep it fair so that someone doesn't have like 2 or 3 options on the same thing, because that would like kind of like unbalance it and all. I will say that there are 2 on here that I don't know who donated for, because it's like people who have not donated before. I didn't recognize them from their emails and all, so I don't know who it was, and I'm not going to dox them and tell you like what their emails were or anything. If they want to come forward, they want to come forward. That's up to them. But let me show you what's on the wheel, and I'm going to tell you what it is because you might not be able to see with the small screen. So I'm going to read these out loud as well. Wrong thing, sorry. I brought up the wrong thing there. Geez, yeah, I think the lag might be because of this wheel. I apologize for that. Let's try. There we go. Okay, so reading this out loud, we have Dragon Prince Season 5 for Smurflogs, Symphogear GX for Calypso, Unicorn Warriors Eternal for an unknown donator, Invincible Season 2 for an unknown donator, Mo Dao Zhu Shi for Dice, I'm in Love with the Villainess, which is Random Internet Stranger, I believe. Shoot, I lost track of where that was. Oh yeah, How to Keep a Mummy, which is for Isabella, and Cabinet of Curiosities for Matthew Vasquez. So yeah, there's 2 on here, like I said, that I don't know who donated for them. Unicorn Warriors Eternal, which we previewed the first episode for during the Donation Reward Appreciation Week. And then there's Invincible Season 2, which was a recent donation. And yeah, it's like a few dollars or so. I don't remember the exact amount. I'd have to look it up. But if you want to reveal who you were in the comments, feel free. I mean, if you want to keep anonymous, go ahead. It's up to you. But yeah, I don't know who you are. Please let me know. Interestingly enough, I was actually thinking of getting to Invincible soon. On one of my choice slots when that opened up. I wasn't 100% certain, but yeah, I was thinking about it. So that actually works out timing wise. But yeah, so we're gonna spin this, click to spin, and it's just gonna randomly choose one of the 8, and that's what we're gonna go with on Thursdays starting next week. Maybe as I continue watching or whatnot, which who knows how often that's gonna end up being, knowing me. Maybe for Heartstopper, I'll mention some stuff on the Discord if I feel like there's anything I really want to talk about. But I don't know. We'll see. Either way, let's see what's going to replace this. And the winner is... I think it's I'm in Love with the Villainous, but this thing is lagging so heavily. I can't tell. There's supposed to be a pop-up, right? It looks like it stopped on that. Result. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Jeez. And yes, random internet stranger. Okay, so I'm in Love with the Villainous will take over next week. I don't know what to expect with this one. All I know about it, I think it's an isekai. I don't know anything else, but I guess we'll check it out at least. If I don't end up enjoying it, I don't know. We'll figure that out then. Maybe by that point I'll figure out, like, oh, maybe we can move on to something else. Maybe we'll get to something else naturally, or maybe I'll just end up choosing something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But hopefully I do end up liking it. With isekai, it's very much up in the air. But we'll see. We will see. I'll give it a chance, because I don't know. It could end up surprising me. Could be like Shiko Noko 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 Koshi Tan Tan, which surprised me up quite a bit in that first impressions. But yeah, so I'm in Love with the Villainous. Reward for Random Internet Stranger, which, by the way, is their name. That's what they go by, so... That is going to take the place of Heartstopper starting next week. And like I said, I'll probably try to find time to watch Heartstopper on my own, but it's like, knowing me, who knows? I can be bad at that sometimes, just finding the time to watch stuff on my own, because there's just so much I want to watch during my free time as well, between YouTube videos and other stuff as well, so we'll see. We'll see. But let's close that down. In the meantime, we're just going to close this out, but before we do, now I bring this one up. Also, geez, hold on. There we go. That got, like, off center there. I'm just a mess today, aren't I? Yeah. Just reminding you that we have a awesome array of great reactions every week between Monday and Friday. We have a plethora of awesome series reactions. And on Monday specifically, we have YouTube, or at least YouTube adjacent reactions. Anything that doesn't quite fit into a normal series or movie reaction goes in that slot. We also normally have movies every Saturday and Sunday, speaking of movie reactions. But this week, you may have noticed we've been doing Zatoichi Week, 5 movies, 5 days, between Monday and Friday. There will be no movie reactions this weekend, but next weekend we go back to the normal Saturday-Sunday schedule. We are also playing through a couple Let's Plays currently. We're playing through Horizon Forbidden West every other day. So you'll have seen one today on Thursday, there will be one on Saturday, then one on Monday, and so on and so forth. Poppy Playtime is every Saturday, and it is a donation reward Let's Play for Venom. So if you want to know how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel search, and all in one search, type in June Double Reward Month PS5. It should take you to the correct video that will let you know everything you need to regarding how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. So, all of that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, as always, and for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See you all next time.